Hey, this is Joanna, and on today's video, we're going to talk about grounding. So there is a lot of reasons why people don't like to ground. And what I found as an intuitive empath is that I didn't like to ground into my body because it felt weird. It felt yucky. It didn't feel right. I wasn't quite sure. It was like I was looking for someone else to ground me. I was looking for another person to make me feel safe, to make me feel comfortable, to make me feel like a sense of home. And I looked for the first part of my life, I was looking for that hard. And I would look through partners. I would wish it was my parents, but that wasn't the case. And so always looking outside of myself for that feeling of home, that feeling of groundedness, and never finding it, and being really frustrated and wondering why. And what I found is this: when you're young, sometimes there's a traumatic event, and it doesn't have to be traumatic to the outside world. It's just traumatic to you, that scared you, that made you feel afraid, and so you left your body, part of your energy field left your body, and didn't come back in. So what that causes in your energy field is a feeling of anxiety. It feels like sadness. It feels like depression. It feels like loneliness. And what you're experiencing is your body feeling sad, lonely, and anxious because you're not in it. We think it's us feeling sad, anxious, and lonely. So we look outside of ourselves for that person, that experience, that drug or whatever that's going to make us feel less anxious, less afraid, less scared. But what we are actually experiencing is our body wanting us to be home. You know, we're out there looking for someone else, something, some storyline that's going to give us the safety and comfort that we're looking for. But actually what's needed is we need to come back down into our body. Our body is saying, hey, I miss you. I feel anxious because you're not around. You know, I feel sad because you're not here with me. You know, you're so focused on everyone else and everything else, and you're not home with me. Please come home. I miss you. And we misidentify that message as us missing a partner, or us missing like a parent, or us missing something outside of ourselves. But if we really dig deep, it's our body. Our body is calling us home. Because honestly, if you've ever felt that way and then been in a relationship and that person tries to give you all of the things that you're looking for, and you still feel anxious, and you still feel sad, and you still feel lonely, then you got to really look at that. You know what I mean? You're like, well, you know, they're giving me everything, and I still don't feel good. So why? You know, why is that? And what I found is that it's the body. The body is actually asking us to come back to it. And so when we actually come back into the body, we have a sense of grounded peace. And we have this sense that we're being taken care of and we're being loved. You know, we look for that outside of ourselves so long, but it's never truly satisfied unless we come down into our body. And so it's like, okay, the reason why, one of the reasons why we look to other people to do it is because we train ourselves to think that we need other people's energy in order to run our body, because our energy hasn't been present, and we did it by default. We used other people's energy to run our body, to make us feel better, to give us more energy, because we weren't present. But it's a flawed premise. Other people aren't here to give us, like, to be our energizer bunny batteries. Like, that's not their job in our life. Their job is to be present with us and to love us and to interact with us, but not to be our grounding and not to be our energetic cord. So what to do in this situation when we have the default of running on other people's energy instead of our own? First, we clear out everyone else's energy. And that might make you a little afraid because you think, oh my God, like, you know, will the people in my life go away if I clear out their energy and the cords that I have to them? And the answer is no, but if you keep using them for their energy and you have a cord to them and you keep like sucking energy through that cord, I can guarantee that eventually they're going to get exhausted and not want to hang out with you. Because it's no fun to have to be someone else's battery. You know what I mean? That's an obligation. And people want to be with you because they want to, not because they're obligated to, right? And so when you can take all of the energy of other people and release it from your energy field and release all the cords that you have to them, where you're getting energy from them, but also information. Like, if you have a cord to someone, then maybe they're far away, and you just want to know what they're doing. You want to know what they're up to. Like, you want them in your life all the time, and you have this like, oh, I just want to be with them, and I just want to feel their energy. I just want to be connected with them all the time because it's so great. It gets obsessive, right? Because you can only see, it's like tunnel vision. You can only see that other person. What are they doing? How can I get them to interact with me? How can I get their attention? Because I want their energy in my space again, and I want that interaction. And it's kind of like a drug, like this, feeling like you need them, and you need that energy, and you need that interaction, and you need that attention. And it stems from this cord. It stems from this cord because you want that energy. It's like breathing. It's like eating. It's like, you know, it becomes this like life-sustaining interaction, right? But it's like an umbilical cord. So you're getting nourishment from this other person. Romantically, that sounds amazing, right? Oh yeah, like we sustain each other and it's awesome, but you can't really sustain each other for that long. Like, it gets messy. And I remember being in one relationship where it felt like we had one energetic battery. And if he was working or doing something productive, I would be in bed exhausted, not being able to move. And if I was up doing something productive, he would be in bed without any energy, and he would just like be napping. And so it was around then when I figured it out. Because I was like, whoa, we have one energetic battery between us. Like, that's no good. But slowly, you know, through all the relationship I've had, like, I've learned all of these lessons. But that was a big one, to learn that we all need our own grounding cord. We all need our own connection to divine source energy. And if we're grounded fully and completely in our body and connected to source, and we have that grounding cord to the earth, we have enough energy to sustain ourselves. And we feel whole, full, and complete within. You know, it's fun to be with a partner, but it's not, like, we don't need them. It's not necessary. It's just fun bonus to our life. And I know that's totally not romantic, but it kind of is. Because what a gift you can give to your partner if all you have to do is show up for them and be present. Like, that's kind of nice. So the thing that you want to do in order to feel whole, full, and complete in your body is clear out everyone else's energy and then come fully and completely down into your body, into all of those places that you used other people's energy to make yourself feel better. And once you do that, you will feel calm, you'll feel relaxed, you'll feel complete. And then when you hang out with other people, it'll just be for fun and not because you need them, and you won't feel needy or clingy anymore.